What you saying, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management. It's Financial Friday, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 4 things more important than how much you make. So let's get into it. 1. Your monthly expenses. Now, why is this more important than how much you make? Because your expenses and your income is the difference when it comes to wealth, when it comes to financial freedom, when it comes to being successful with your money. It doesn't matter how much you make when your expenses are way higher than your earnings. The aim is to widen the gap between your income and your expenses. So that is what wealth is. When we have low expenses and a very high income, we are succeeding. When we have an extremely high income and extremely high expenses, you're not getting anywhere. That is the reason why so many people fail to understand why they're not succeeding, why they're losing money, why their investments aren't helping them. Because your expenses are way too high. Yes, you're earning $1 million, but you're spending $995,000. Yes, you're making $2,000 a week, but you're spending $800 on clothes, another $700 on going out, food and drink, another $300 on subscription fees. And you wonder why your expenses are so high. You wonder why your income is not enough. Your income is enough, but your expenses are way too high. 2. Your approach to your net worth. So, a lot of people think, oh, I made $1 million, I'm a millionaire. Well, not if you spent $950,000 to get those $1 million. Not if you got $1 million of debt to get that $1 million. Look, just because you have $1 million of sales, $1 million of, investments, doesn't mean your net worth is $1 million. If you tell me you have 6 houses, all of them bring in $200,000 a year, all right, you can clearly see that's $1.2 million right there. If you tell me you have a job which you have $750,000 of earnings in a year, you have 3 houses which bring you $100,000 a year, you have $500,000 liquid, you have $200,000 cash in the bank, I'm going to say you definitely know your net worth is a lot more than $1 million. A lot of people think because they earn a certain amount of money that that's their net worth. That's not the right approach to your net worth. That's not how you look at net worth. And if that's how you do it, you need to go and check and find out the real way to find out what your net worth is. The right approach to your net worth is much more important than whatever you're making. 3. A financial plan. A financial plan is extremely important because, just like the first step, if you don't know where your money is going, then you're not really going to get anywhere in the long term. A financial plan is way more important than how much you make. A financial plan is way more important than anything because it's going to direct where you go. It's going to determine if in the end you are actually wealthy, if over the next 5-10 years you actually succeed, if you are financially free. A financial plan is what's going to lead you onto the right place. Without a financial plan, you cannot get anywhere. Your direction will be lost and you're not going to know what exactly you're doing. So those of you who struggle with expenses, earnings, finding out where your money is going, finding out what you're doing with it, you need to find a financial plan. You need to find a way where you can track your expenses, track your earnings, track your incomes, your investments, your assets, all that sort of stuff. So make sure your financial plan is intact. And again, that is why your financial plan is way more important than how much you make. 4. Your rate of return on investments. A lot of people think, oh, I earn some money, all right, I'm going to invest it because everyone, makes money from investing. Rich people invest, this and that, invest. They hear the word invest and they get excited. Well, you know what's more important than investing? What's more important than how much you're earning? What rate of return you're getting on those investments. If you're putting in $100 and every $100 you're getting $1 back, is it really a good investment? A 1% return? Especially if it's over like a 6-month period, a year period. Clearly it's not. If you're investing in real estate, stocks, whatever you invest in, and it's bringing you 30-40% returns every year, you know that's a proper investment, that's the right way to go. But those of you who invest a little bit of money into maybe some small stocks or maybe put a little bit of money here or there and it's getting you a tiny return, what really is the point there? You might as well find other ways to make money, other hustles, other grinds. There's no way that a small rate of return, for example 1 to 5% per year on big investments is worth your while, it's worth your time. That's why a real rate of return, a good investment return, is a lot more important than how much you're making. So use those 4 tips to actually analyze how well you're doing when it comes to how much money you're making. Because for some of you, you might master all 4 of those tips, but you're only making 50k a year, which is fine. Some of you might be making 2 million a year, but you haven't mastered a single one of those tips. So like I said, use those tips, find out how you can become more financially aware, get closer to financial freedom, and get better every single day. So that's it for today's video, guys. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all the good stuff. Tomorrow is the weekend, so be back here for that, because the weekends where winners are made. But I've got money to be making. See you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.